Yeah, my name is Mary Pieterse Bloem. I was born in Horen, which is a small village in the Netherlands. Because I've also lived in the UK, I've lived in London for 18 years. I've spent time in Frankfurt and I've spent time in Barcelona. So I prefer to spend my time in Europe, so I consider myself a European citizen. I have two professions actually. I am professor here in financial markets at Erasmus School of Economics. And my other profession is with ABN AMRO, or the private bank of ABN AMRO, where I am the global head of fixed income, and I'm a member of the Global Investment Committee, where we decide on the tactical asset allocation of 210 billion euros. I started my studies at University of Amsterdam in economics, where I was a very studious student, you could say. I was very interested in the topic of economics, very broadly interested. So I studied a lot of different courses in macroeconomics, microeconomics, econometrics, but also the odd course in centrally planned economies, women economics, you name it, and I did it. I actually admired the professors the most that were combining their sort of academic pursuits with activities in society, so in whichever way, shape or form. By and large, it's about a day a week or so. I supervise two PhD students with their thesis, both on extremely interesting topics to do in financial markets. One PhD student is in Washington, the other one works at ABN AMRO, so is closer to home. And the supervision of these PhDs is actually what is driving the research agenda at the moment. Yeah, I bring my knowledge of, let's say, practice in financial markets into the school in two different ways. One is in the course that I teach, which is Fixed Income Securities and Portfolio Management. It's a master's course in the specialization Financial Economics. And there I talk a lot about the topics that I see in practice. And then secondly, my own research, which also has a very practical angle. For example, one of my research subjects is on liquidity in the European government bond market. Yeah, in terms of new research, what I see in the industry is that sustainable investing is coming up very, very strongly. And it's necessary if we look at what planet Earth needs. Also at ABN AMRO Private Bank, our clients really want to invest in sustainable products, but there is very little knowledge out there, specifically for fixed income. How you do that in, let's say, an optimal way so that clients can still generate a decent return or have a decent and well-diversified portfolio in this market. So I think there's a vast opportunity there. I'm interested in the very big questions that go around in this particular arena, and I've always been interested in that. So for example, the European Monetary Union, is that a good idea or not? Where does this bring us? Where will it lead to? What's happening with China at the moment and the influence on the world? I look very, very big picture. That's what's driving me. And my work doesn't end, let's say, or is not between 9 o'clock in the morning and 5 o'clock in the evening. It's 24/7 with me. I think the ultimate driver of my passion is about influence and impact. You see, I'm not interested in the sort of research that goes into the fourth derivative of some equation. There are other people for that, and they're very brilliant, and they should definitely pursue that type of research and theory. I'm very much interested in what's going around in the world and how we can interpret that, potentially influence that, be part of the debate on what really, really matters these days. Well, the students end up in many different places. I have also seen students that have taken a lot of inspiration from my course and have actually ended up in fixed income markets or a fixed income role, one way or the other. So that could be with the central bank. There are one or two, former students of mine who actually now work in Frankfurt with the ECB. But they also sometimes return home and work for their own central bank. There are students, of course, that work in banks, in fixed income, or for large pension funds. So I've seen students ending up in many different places around the world.